how's it going? Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, no problem. I'll always subscribe. Like, just try to help. So I know it takes a while to get subscribers up. So if I see one that comes through and they do something, um, I just hit the button. It's easy.
Oh, hello. That was fast. Hi, Pumpkin King. Funny. Just very quickly sending something to somebody. Um, yeah, just very quickly sending something to somebody. Although I'm actually doing it on their live stream, so it's kind of hard to watch and listen to their response and do this. But it's funny because I was just looking at my a couple new subscribers. Um, and I know a couple hours ago, and I noticed that you are one. Oh, are you? Okay. Okay, I wondered because I know that only a live streamer can. Just a moment. It's been a while. How you been? Um, um, sorry. Yeah, I can't really listen to his replies right now because, and I don't know exactly what he's doing other than drinking a beverage, being in the kitchen, and chatting. Good. I know what you mean. Anyway, okay. So what happened to the other one? Yes, I didn't know what you mean. You weren't talking about a wild goose chase. um, Curious what happened to the other one. Yeah, and you were asking about that recently. I recently have a friend. I know her on another platform, and that platform has been a bit glitchy. Oh, and then you couldn't get back to it. Okay. But she goes by Mamma Mia. So yeah, it didn't take very long for you to get here, so that's cool. Yeah, bumping even past Halloween. Thankfully, Christmas is. Well, I feel mixed, but mostly happy that Christmas is on its way. Took too long to make it. Channel, I think you mean. Okay. Yeah, I mean, she's actually the one that set this one up, so I mean, I didn't have to worry about it, and that's fine. I guess I'm a little bit curious, but mostly not. I was just looking for something that I had over here that I don't seem to have here now. But we do have two of you here, so that's cool. And yeah, finding a plate in the couch. So yeah, how have you been anyway? Oh, you've been good. I think you said that. Yeah. So yeah, we got two people here, and I need to start remembering that because I've started scrolling live streams lately. I almost couldn't get back into figuring out how to do it. It seems only possible via a cell phone, and it's a little hit and miss to get it to do it. But then I'm good after that. And basically, I realized that some people that do it that way may not see the title of the video. So actually, what I was thinking of getting in the habit of doing, although it'd probably get pushed up pretty fast with this one, because we have Pumpkin King here, but that's fine, is adding it into the comments. In fact, let me see if I can do that and then pin it. And there's the thing I was looking for. Okay, so let me just see here. Sorry about the typing sound. I'll be done in a moment here, and then I'll continue. Chords of okay, now let me just see if I can pin it. Yes, okay, perfect. So that works. Okay, good. Yes, I need to get in the habit of doing that. So anywho, oh thanks. I'm not sure if you'd noticed that before. Yeah, it's been a good it's been like 2 or 3 months, eh? Just like it's been about that long since she was as sick as he's been, maybe a bit longer, but yeah, it's been a lovely day, but it's only 20 about 20 to 8 here. So and I was watching a new friend's live stream, and when the topic came up of learning an instrument. Oh hey, Okay, hi London. Glad you made it here, and thanks for the like. I guess you were sitting on the channel watching already since I'd mentioned it. Cool. I'd forgotten that your last. I'd forgotten the Berry part, and I've got to ask: are you related to Halle Berry or Doug? Doug is in Ontario. I think that was his name. I think he's in Toronto, maybe. Yeah, I haven't been able to see your videos since September. Or I guess you just haven't came looking. Anyway, yeah. So I was talking with, and it says one number. I don't think that's accurate. Anyway, I was talking with London, not England or Ontario, but Prince London. And okay, cool. It says two again, and was mentioning, you know, learning music and teaching, and I've always been kind of geared to doing that, but it's been a little bit slow lately. So I'm quite excited to try and show some stuff. I know you're mentioning Mariah Carey. We were sort of talking Disney and musical type things. I'm also wondering if you might be interested in knowing about Christmas songs and learning those. So if you could narrow that one down for me, then we can go from there. I'm just going to quickly holler up to G for a moment, the GMC. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that someone I've been watching. It's funny, I was thinking about how rare this seems to happen, although I guess that music traffic day I saw just before I started rolling. Um, is curious to get some music instruction. So I'm going to see, and I got something I haven't seen for a while on there as well. And yeah, well, hopefully not while I'm podcasting, but and then also maybe you can come do something really quick musically. But anyway, gotta get back to it while they're here. So, anywho, all right. Sorry about that. So yeah, so if you could narrow down, like for instance, London, if you could announce it zero, but I hope that's not accurate. Sometimes it isn't. Are you still there? Just checking. Sounds like G. It's a shared device. He's going to want it back soon, and he also wants to do something else, which may be a bit distracting. So let's at least try and make a bit of progress here with the idea, and then I'll maybe do one tomorrow as well, during the day probably. You are okay. What about you, London? During the day probably. So um, I know you were talking about what time it was in the UK. But it's 7:45 here. So if you remember what time you finished rolling and tuned into mine, hopefully, then we can get an idea as to our time difference. But yeah, likely during the day. But let's see here. So whoever we got here, what is a song, or like I said, I mentioned Mariah Carey, I mentioned Disney, and I mentioned Christmas songs. Or is there something else you would like to learn to play? If you don't play an instrument yet, or you don't really play much, what is something that you'd like to learn to play? And I bet you, if you have an instrument in your hand to do so, I bet you I could teach in a way where it would not only be fun, but you'd actually learn the song. Cool, eh? Again, chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. In the meantime, what I might quickly do is is maybe do a Christmas song. It is very seasonably mild here right now. There was no wind today, which was good, and not much of one yesterday. So we've really enjoyed being outside. Um, so we have had a little bit of snow on the ground that just melted. The one morning it was actually really mild for morning, and there was no mid-November pretty much. There was no frost on the ground either. But normally we have a fair amount of snow. Um, and sometimes in a whole winter we get way too much than what a lot of us would like to have, but what can you do, right? Nature. Anywho, so without snow being on the ground, it still feels kind of early. But you know what, as I've mentioned, and it feels like it's the first year I've said this, but it can't be. As I've mentioned, Christmas songs only stick around for a couple months usually. So there's a lot of nice ones, so might as well enjoy that, right? doesn't mean you can't listen to other music too, right? So I'm going to head over to, I know if London is here or tunes back in, mentioning guitar and piano, but a bit more interest in piano. But then the question is the grand piano or the keyboard? The keyboard we haven't had for super long, so I'm a little bit leaning towards that. At the same time, but one of the things I've been enjoying doing on it is the built-in style genre presets and doing like fusion or like songs that aren't a certain style in a different style. So I could do some of that as well, perhaps. But yeah, let us. I have to call about seeing about getting a gig. I'm slightly fearing rejection, but I really should do that. And actually, tomorrow night I have a booked phone call, so I won't be able to, or might not roll tomorrow evening. But I think I did the last time I talked with her, so maybe we'll see. Anyway, let's head over to the piano. Nice to see you down here. Turn on a light. London, are you still there? I see London, but do I see France? That's good. Yeah. Okay. I don't remember how long he was live streaming for, but he was live streaming for a while, so maybe a little bit tired, as one sometimes is after live streaming for a while. That what happens to me. Baby. It must have been that, remember. Maybe you can walk in quick. Tickle the arteries a little bit or something. And go from there. And we're there from go. Okay, so yes, I know I did before I started, but I was going to have to. The pancreas and the bladder are doing things, I tell you. So, who is it we still got here? The pumpkin or somebody else? Oh, it's really cool. I like I say, a lot of people that comment on my stuff, they don't seem to have videos themselves, or they're not in them. I still don't know how people post those actually, or they're shorts. But I think I saw one of you, maybe I can't remember. But I have a new subscriber I discovered today, just a little bit before going out, and then there's yeah, it's been pretty cool. Sorry about the noise there, but it'll stop in a moment. Yeah, it's nice to put a face to a name and a voice even, and not necessary, but nice. So, okay, so anywho, I've looked through this book, and we have one that's more red, I think. Go there. And another one that's actually part of a series of books that don't just do music books, but there's some good stuff in that book and some good tips on playing it too. So I just realized, I can explain it though. Not that long ago, I actually did a podcast. Not that long ago I did a podcast, yes. But I did one maybe 2 months ago where I did a little bit of instruction, but I'm not sure anybody was watching at the time. I think they were there just before I started or just after I finished. But so I'm glad that we have at least someone here. I'm curious if it's who I'm thinking it is that's in the comments or somebody else. But anywho, yeah. I'm doing this with a laptop, so it might be a little bit tricky. I'll try to show you what I'm playing, and if it'd be easier on the guitar if that's a preference, and maybe I'll do both actually because that's how I do. This book, it actually shows picking and strumming patterns too, which I could try and describe how to read those. I don't really follow them. I just do whatever I do naturally, but For instance, I don't remember what AM means other than the time zone. Yeah, we probably, as in you. If I can ask, do you play a song? It would be, oh, beginning my favorite song. If you take, oh well, I mean, I'm always happy to take requests if I know them and like them and feel it and all that. So I do know that. The question is, um, I've been reminded of Christmas time's coming, Christmas time's coming. That one's kind of a fun one. But what is it? Beginning to look, yeah, look like a lot like Christmas, even though, like you say, it's not snowing outside, so it's kind of not. But that's fine. As long as we have a bit of snow for Christmas Day, I'll be happy. It's one of those holidays, a mixy, but I do like it in a lot of ways too. Um, is this alphabetical? It doesn't seem to be. Oh, maybe it is. Didn't seem to be in the list though. H. Really? It goes from H to L? I'll have to look it up on the tablet because it's not in that book. 4277. Sorry, that won't mean anything to you. Barely means anything to me. That's good. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I was going to see about getting an opportunity to do some movie work, but I'm not too sure. They don't like to be super forthcoming with the location until they pick you, and I can't agree to it unless I know if I can get to it easily. It's beginning to... Okay, it finds lyrics for foist, and then I'll change it to chords. So part of me thinks that you maybe just want to hear the song, but I'll do a little bit of instruction too, because that's what I advertised I was going to do on this. And again, if there's a particular song anybody wants to learn, like that, like I said, I was mentioning doing requests anyway. So, okay, well, the first version it finds is Buble. So again, remembering that I'm on a laptop because I didn't think that through very well, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I hope I don't have too crazy of hat hair, because yeah. Okay, so the chords to this one, and I'll do a very, very quick instructional, and then I'll play the song. I hope you won't mind if you're like, I'm never going to pick up an instrument, but yeah. Anywho, so let's see here. So we've got a D and a G and an F and a G and an E and an A. Oh, there's a lot of chords. You picked a hard one. Just kidding. Okay. So basically, I'm just going to give you a quick view of that, right? So you're probably, I would think even a non-piano player might be aware of this, but maybe this is me being a piano player saying that, because I am one. Anywho, C is the note under the 2. You can see how there's a 2 and 2 between there, like there's a bigger gap between, right? So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, repeated. And then they kind of correspond, sharps and flats on the black. What's tricky is some sharps and flats are the same key. So we've got D. Now I'm doing chords, but like if you get yourself a keyboard, it has built-in accompaniment, which is also kind of nice. So chords pretty much work every other key, except for this, or actually, yeah, white, black, white. So D, then that would be the very next key, but it's every other. But that's white, black, and if that makes sense. D, and then it might be easier to show on the guitar since this is a laptop. G, you just go to that G chord, and then it's every other, unless it is a G with a B flat. It's just that every other no black key. F sharp. When they're sharps, they state that they're a sharp note. Well, yeah, same thing there, pretty much. I think this would be easier actually to describe on the guitar. So just a moment, since I'm using a laptop. Okay. I know Linda was working on it, but maybe decided to do that and then come back. Okay. Sorry I'm taking a while to do the song, but like I said, I wanted to stick with the plan of this video, but I will do the song. So, pumpkin, if you're there, you will hear. Okay, so this will be easier, I feel like. You know, it's actually kind of similar chord-wise. Like, it's like almost every other. Somehow I have a pick in the strings, which I think is the one I thought was missing, but I somehow just didn't see it there. And then I got another pick, so G will be happy about that. So D, it's a little bit harder to explain, at least at the moment it is. A little bit hard to explain. Keeps flickering 1010. I mean, there's a way, but it's been a long day, and I just want to keep this simple for now. So I'll just go right to what is the D chord. So the D chord is starting in the second fret. The frets are those bars that go across the neck, starting in the second fret. From the bottom, you got the third from the bottom and the second from the bottom, or the very bottom one. Then you go to the next fret and you put your third finger, second string up. So, and you can remember that too, because if you look, you're not already holding the second. That string, second from the bottom, is not already being pressed down. So that's D. Now, I haven't been on guitar for a while, actually, but I've been playing for a long time. It might seem like a bit of a jump to go from chord to chord, but that's just something you can practice. So G is second string from the top, second fret, third string from the top, first fret, and third fret, bottom string, third finger. And then the F sharp, I do a lazy bassy F sharp. It's not a full chord, but whatever. And it's pretty much just the second string, or the first string and the second fret. Keeps flickering. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm wondering if I'm drunk and saying, I'll just tune in when you play the song, because I don't really need musical instruction. Thank you. And you know, I enjoy doing this, Chapstick. If you're curious, Chapstick. If you're not, but I am putting the effort towards it. So if you're getting something from this, or know someone who might, that you might want to tell them about this. I mean, the channel is very diverse and often unfiltered, but you know, I appreciate it. And if you would like to make a donation, I'd appreciate that too. Nobody's watching at the moment, I don't think. So I won't say too much on that. But and then E is just the second and the third string on the second fret. So it's pretty much like stacking your first and second finger. It's also pretty good to have a amount of stability with your thumb on the back of the neck. A is very similar, just down a little bit. Down. You can actually keep the first finger there and then move the other one to 2 below it. Man, these are already. Doesn't take much sometimes. I mean, like I say, I haven't even been playing it much lately, but I can see that this needs dusting and a good wiping. Anyway, so I think that's all the chords for this song. So let's try it. I mean, again, I understand you probably have to have more than one watch of this to get it. I'm just going to open this, but to make sure that this. Oh, that is closed, is it? Oh no, it's not. But I'm going to close it. It should still make it a bit cooler, but hopefully be a bit soundproof. Okay, so we're ready to play the song. Like I say, if you were actually hoping to learn the song, you probably have to watch that part back. It was what, the 10 to 12 minute mark till about the 23. Have a sip of water and we'll do the song. Oh, yeah, still there? It's interesting, by the way, that your name is King, because I believe you're female unless you're non-binary, which is fine as well. Chapstick if you're curious, chapstick if you're not. Let's do this thing. I know Mariah Carey has a Christmas album, actually. Speaking of her, if London is either still here or comes back, it says there's two now, but if he is here, it's really quiet. They're really quiet, but did say hi at least. But yeah, she has a Christmas album we could look at. And then what was the other one? Disney, maybe. No, I'm not. Just have long hair. Oh, okay. It's been a long time. And I think I'm remembering this right person, but it's been a long time since I looked at your channel. I thought that you were male. I mean, female. But okay. No, guys can have long hair. Actually, mine's fairly long. And we got 4 people here. I just did a bit of instruction, but yeah, if there's a song you'd like to learn, I'll do a bit more. Otherwise, I'm going to play this song. And yeah, it's not going to be all Christmas, but we got 4, 2, here we go. Woo! 4, 2, and here we go. Woo! I've always liked long hair on both. So. And how do you do this part, by the way? You might be wondering. You just pull up the chords and lyrics to it. And you can do covers. You don't have to post videos of them unless you choose to. But you pull up chords and lyrics, and then usually they're lined up pretty well, and then you just follow along. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, take a look at the 5 and 10. Listening once again. I forgot to show you B. How I do it is every other string, starting from the 2nd string in that 2nd fret. It's hard to see it on the. I don't know if it's just because I'm doing it on the laptop or what, but it's hard to see it on the screen. You can look up chord charts for these, by the way, but if you're anything like me, you have some spatial difficulties or hard time reading them. And so it's like you have to stop for, I mean, it doesn't even matter. I would still have to do it. And I've been playing for a long time. I'm more of a visual, see it and play it kind of guy, like see it on the actual instrument kind of person. Yeah, if I was to see those charts, I might be able to, but I've known the chords for a long time too, but I might be able to figure them out in the moment, but to do them to do them with a song would be a different matter. But yeah, so basically, sorry, he's running already downstairs watering plants, I guess. He did mention doing that, is true. So yeah, hopefully we got one or both of you still here. It doesn't look like it, but that could be inaccurate. And okay, so yeah, everywhere you go. The way I do the F sharp, because it's only the one string, you have to be really careful to just hit that. The other ones, it doesn't matter if you hit the strings you're not holding, actually, because the ones that you are holding will be the strongest sounding, especially when you press hard enough and, don't put your fingers over top of frets. I do that, and I'm not hearing a buzz, and this is an old guitar, but sometimes you get a buzz, and it may not be as comfortable either because the frets are a bit harder. Your fingers will adjust to the strings. Just noticing a car parking outside. How dare it do such a thing? Just kidding. Oh, I said hi. Lovely to see you. So I don't think it was anything personal why he laughed, but he said he was working on his school paper and had just podcasted, but in Colombia it should definitely be a bit earlier. Yay. All right. I don't know if you're still here. Let me know if you're still here. If you are, do the song. If you're not, I might do a different one. I don't hate this song, but then again, I'm thinking you might have said, okay, I was here till this point. I was going to come back and hear the song later, and you didn't even play it. Because you do, I do remember actually you commented, even when you were in live chat, you commented afterwards, which is nice. I mean, I think we're past pumpkin season, so maybe you can come up with a more Christmassy username or something else. But Just a suggestion, but you might very well do that. So maybe I should play it. I just don't think you're here right now, so it feels a little odd. But anyway, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10. Listening once again, you can't see the silver lanes of clothes. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Toys on every store. But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. I don't know why it says the B there, but EAD works. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol that chases the rest of Barney and Ben. Dolls that were talking will go for a walk in a hole. But I'm going to put this up here, by the way, just so that I'm looking on the screen, even if it's in front of the camera, or in front of me. And I'm going to move this a bit closer, too. I have to leave. It's my dinner time. Good job. Oh, okay. I thought you just came back. Yeah, I'm doing the song. But thank you. I guess you know that. Okay. Dolls that we're talking about go for a walk with hope of Dennis and Jen. And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Where the tree in the Grand Hotel, where the park is fell, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Soon the bells will start, and the thing that'll make them ring is the candle that's a big everything your heart. And then it just repeats. Sure, it's Christmas once more. That's the part I didn't do. Oh, do a little bit on the piano since it's on and waiting. Oh. Yeah, if you have a song request or a song that you'd like to be shown how to play, like I say, just ask. I'm going to have to look for my other books under this theme. I never tried this one on the piano, so I'm going to try it. See how I do with it. I've mostly been on, even though I even haven't played the guitar that much super lately, I'm mostly, aside from the stylizing thing I was mentioning earlier, I've mostly been on the guitar, so I'm a bit rusty, even though I haven't done a lot of it lately. I'm a bit more rusty on the piano, but I've been doing both for years and years, so. And of course, the other thing about piano is not just chords. That's the easy way if you just want to play around with chords, but you can also do the individual notes. It's a bit more to remember. And then confidence. But you can also just do the chords, so I might do that. And then you can just focus on doing that much of it and singing. And then the rest you can put in there afterwards. So a bit up here though. What was that? Just fell. Oh, it looks like that. Oh dear. Where did it just go? I just saw it a moment ago. Oh, is this the one I dropped? I don't think so. No, they're both there. Are they, or is that just the lid? Sorry, just a moment here. I dropped something behind the thing. And it's kind of cramped here. It's not really a lot of space to get it either. My arm was just a bit longer. I saw the other one there too. I don't see it now, but that's okay. There wasn't much. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't keep that there. Okay. So yeah. Get one in here fast. So if there's any song requests, any songs you want to learn, I hate to keep repeating myself. It's in the pinned comment. It's in the title as well. And it doesn't have to be of this theme. But yeah, I'm going to have to find my other books of this theme if I'm going to offer to do a gig. I know I've got a couple of them. I can also use Google as long as I have an internet connection handy. This one is not one I hear very often at this time of the year. But let's give it a try. So if it's a bit rusty, I might be better on the piano or on the guitar on it. It's the holiday season, and Santa Claus coming around. The Christmas snow is right on the ground. When old Santa gets in the cloud. I don't know this one very well, to be honest. Let me just find the chorus. Actually, I think it's what it starts with. It seems to be. I'm not feeling that one after all. Nobody asked for it anyway, so. This one would make sense for locally, like I say. Not going to say where, but this would make sense for around here right now. Although I'm sure we'll have snow. I'm sure we will. Song request to learn. Specify if you just want to hear it or just want to learn it. I know what my original idea was for this, but I can also just play, so just let me know. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there be snow, but have a cup of cheer. I'm actually going to play with the styles because it's been a little while, and why not? People are going to say, why are you doing that if you're going to teach? Just because it's fun. And I'll make it obvious that it's fun and interesting by selecting something fun and interesting. Interestingly enough. Fun enough. Funnily enough. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, I'm already performing it. Say hello to friends you know, everyone you meet. Oh, mistletoe, how you can see somebody wait for you, someone for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. bad I can't drive. I'd bring this with me. It's a bit big. We'll do Horrible Bowls on Christmas Day at some point. Oh, that song that she asked about that they asked about was in here. This one's a fun one. And again, if you want instructionaries on any of these, just let me know. I'll give you the basics. But otherwise, I'm kind of in a mode actually of just playing the song. But I'm totally happy to if you want me to. It's a lot to kind of go through if somebody is, like I say, scrolling the lives and would rather just be entertained than taught, Hip hop beat, is that what they call this? Okay. Open to suggestions, doesn't have to just be holiday stuff. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bell swing and... Oh, let me start again. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bell swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing like bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Giddy up, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, jingle bell swing and jingle bell time and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing Little Square in the frosty air. What a bright time, it's the right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time, it's a swell time to go gliding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in a jingle bell beat. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. That's the Jingle Bell. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Somebody there for most of that. I think looks like that, but I could be wrong. It'd be cool to have a couple more of those. Do, click. Do, click. Welcome, welcome. Although 2 came out, let's see that. Just gonna top up my water. Here's water, he says. Mm-hmm. I guess he's just on there for a little bit longer, give me more time. I did a very neat version of that one recently, actually, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember what the title was. I don't even know if I intended to do music, but it can happen. And it was very kind of an interesting style. I can't remember what style, but it was an interesting style that I did it with. Just certain. Yeah, if you have song requests, songs you'd like to learn or hear, let me know. Let me know which of the 2 you're going for. And I could do this one. CCFDGC, GCCF, It's one of those ones that doesn't have all the lyrics. Doesn't have the. I could write them in, but. Here I'm ring bell, but hopefully it's okay. Just gonna. I thought I started with cold water, but I guess it had been sitting out longer than I thought, so it really wasn't. So just gonna add a little bit of cold water to room temp, and we'll rock and roll. So okay, so yeah. I mean, I could write them all over here, and then at least they'd be on this side of the page, which would be helpful. But just be better if they put them actually there. I'm glad I'm looking at this though, because I'm actually not being. I don't even know some of them, like the Star Carol. Long years ago, on a deep winter night, high in the heavens, a star shone bright. I should look it up, but I don't know it. I don't know if I know this one either. Like, it's a good thing I'm looking at this because I'm going to have to find my other stuff if I'm going to offer to do that gig. Like I say, unless I get, I can get on the internet and pull up some songs, but there wouldn't be a guarantee. I'd hate to be told yes and get all the way there and ready to play and then not be able to connect to the Wi-Fi, So yes, must look for those other books. I mean, as I mentioned a little earlier, that's more flimsy than I thought. As I mentioned a little earlier, even though I'm not a big fan of a lot of snow and winteriness, if that's, or whatever the word would be for it, winteriness, I kind of like it. Luckily, you do too. It would be very weird to not have a white Christmas. So, well, I did show a little bit. I don't know how well I would tune back because I kind of sort of did it on both instruments. And once you know those chords, that's the other thing. Once you know them, like I say, just pull up chords and lyrics and then apply them. And practice them, but make sure you're still having fun. If a certain song is hard, maybe try a different one, and maybe it'll come easier to you. And the more that the stuff is coming easy, and you're keeping it enjoyable, the more likely you are to make progress. I've had lessons before where it's kind of like it's too technical, or it's just, not what I really wanted to learn. So. I think it was one of those that I used for Santa Baby. This one has a lot more faster changes than I realized. I'm dreaming of I've just kind of gotten into playing these again for the year, by the way. So this one might actually be a hard one to have the styles with, because although maybe not. Like if we just try something simple for a moment. Dreaming. I don't like the F sharp with that. Something about the F sharp with that. Maybe it's just that preset. But anyway, I'll do this. Yeah, okay. I'm struggling with this one for some weird reason that I had not expected to struggle. with. So maybe I'll skip it for now. Um, Are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a... Okay, let me just try it with a style. So, like I say, okay, yeah. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Why is it so fast? It's not a fast song. Why does it sound like it's so fast on the piano? It's so strange. I know I'm not sounding like a very good musician at this point, but sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. E sharp is not very common that I know. Walking in a winter wonderland. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Sing it, maybe. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight. Walking in a winter wonderland. Down away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman. And he's Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll sing him, and you can do the job when we're in town. Later on, you're inspired. Sing some of the lyrics there. As we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans that we made. Walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a very clown. Boy, I've lots of them. That's it. Then it gets a little sad for Mr. Snowman. Yes, I'm going to have to look up more of our Christmas books, Christmas songs. I know I actually have a tab here open about Christmas songs, but I don't see it. It's not the current tab in the window. It had been fairly recently, but it's not at the moment. So I don't know which window it is, but might even be this one. Oh, time of day is it? 8:32. How's it going? Get your coffee and stuff, yeah. Okay. Just as somebody comes in. Yeah, see, that's not what that book said, but that was so much easier. And it's not just because it was guitar, I don't think, or at least it was easier for me. So let's give it a try. night, holy night. Let me do this one. It's always been a favorite, and I might wrap it up with this one actually, I think, unless it becomes really busy in here. You must not forget the adapter when you go out, by the way. And I would like it if we can find some of our other Christmas books. I'll try and remember to look. What do you call it? The red one, the FD one.
I guess that's not how they're stored.
I'm sorry?
I guess that's not how I remember.
Well, they'll put you on the bookshelf, or I guess in a stack. But I mean, we haven't seen most of them in almost a year, or about a year. Okay. Yeah, try and do. Should I look this up? I should look this up so that I don't mess it up, right? Righto, title. Holy night.
Christmas book, but I don't see it.
Oh, really? When was that?
Sometime in the last year.
Oh, really? I don't remember that one.
I don't see it where it should be.
What's that mean? Where's it?
Well, it should be in alphabetical order.
Oh. Things go out of order sometimes.
It's not where I expected to see it. So, that fake book, I think, has a whole category though for Christmas songs.
It has some, but it never has full songs in it. It's true. Also, welcome to joining the Although you do have a nice deep voice. Fall on your knees. Oh, hear the angels' voices of night. A bit of a sore throat tonight. Night divine. Sorry. Oh, night. Oh, just a bit tragic. Oh, night. We're in C. You have a C flute. With flowing hearts, are in so lit by light, and stars so sweetly. Here came the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings, they the Lord lived on child. and great fortress, always. Let's clear it up. Oh no, no, night divine. Woo. Yeah, do you want to do a brief? Okay, no, that's okay. I do boxing. Okay. Oh, Lyra's locked. Stay tuned tomorrow for more greatness. See you in this video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. See you later. Ooh, there's a big gap, eh? Huh?